It's a handoff to Zach Moss. Takes it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Finally, an orange celebration here in the Queen City.
These two will be guarding Chase. Got to go somewhere else.
To the end zone. Pass. It is caught.
This is
checking the feet here.
This is the wide receiver who has to step up.
Yosivash has the touchdown.
He's improved. Yosivash is one of those guys that's like shows it at practice over and over again. He'd be the slot receiver, but with Higgins hurt, he's played outside, and the ability to win one-on-one outside on that route, Jim, is a game changer.
Took a long time for them to decide if the feet were down.
What a great job dragging the feet and maintaining control of that ball. I think he's in, Jim.
Yep. They're going to go for it instead from 3 yards out.
Get the ball to the back or the tight end. He's going to get double teamed out here.
Here it is. Going for it all. And an open target. Once again, the Bengals score, connecting with Yosivash.
He's really impressed me today. The route he ran on the first touchdown, a mini fade comeback, was outstanding. And this one was equally as good. Wait until you see this route and how he stops on a dime and comes back out. He's number 80 on the outside. Right here. Boop.
How about
goodbye.
What a move that is.
Yeah, that's on Williams.
Burrow airs it out. Chase. Hello. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And they've been playing coverage. You got Quan Martin here. He's the one who tips it off to Joe Burrow. Rather than bail out at the snap, he comes up towards the line of scrimmage. It tells Burrow he's got one-on-one on the outside with Jamar Chase. First time tonight they've given it to him, and they're going against the rookie Mike Sainristil, who's been playing slot. And tonight he made the start at outside corner, as you said earlier, Joe, and even giving him a cushion, he runs right past him, and Joe Burrow puts it right on the money. I mean, that's tough duty for a rookie. That's caught, and that's a touchdown. Yosivash. And boy, did Cincinnati need that. And the touchdown right there.
Yeah, it's a good job. It's a good concept as far as what they were doing. They're going to get man coverage. They knew that down here at the goal line. They got T. Higgins, who he's going to run through it to try to buy Yosivash, number 5. He runs through it, try to give Yosivash an opportunity. That really...
3 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah, congratulations to Dave Canales, his first victory as an NFL head coach.
End zone shot. It's caught for the touchdown. Chase. Perfect throw from Joe Burrow. And they're going to go for 2.
The safety drops down, and he knows immediately then that he has one-on-one once again on the outside. So when Washington has tried to single up, no matter how they try to disguise it, when they have singled up on Jamar Chase, Burrow has gone after him.
And they're going to hand, and Moss will walk it in for the touchdown. And that's the first part of it. They'll go for the extra point and then need to recover an onside kick.
And you got to be looking down here, right?
Here's Brown up the middle, twisting into the end zone for a Bengals touchdown. The former Iowa Hawkeye Eric All Jr., the tight end, opening a little bit of a hole, and Brown took advantage. Trying to convert here on 3rd down and 3. Panthers rush 4. Burrow has lots of time, and there's Jamar Chase with the catch. Breaking tackles. Chase down the sidelines. Panthers chasing Chase. They won't catch him. 63 yards, pinballing off tacklers to give the Bengals the lead.
Wow. Wow, what a great individual effort by Jamar Chase. And then he picks up a little bit of help down the field. It's going to be an in route. Xavier Woods is the first person that has an opportunity right here. Don't throw the shoulder, wrap him up. I don't know what the second attempt was by Charles Harris either. You cannot allow a player with that kind of athleticism and be poor in your fundamentals as a tackler.
Burrow looking, swing, Moss slips, dives, touchdown! One second remains on the clock as Moss, after the slip, has enough to propel himself for 6.
This is a really nice effort by Zach Moss. I really thought that Nick Scott had him right here. He slips, but then Nick Scott slips as well. And here comes his teammates from the inside, and they're just getting there a little bit too late. Shaq Thompson's just a step too late. Jamar Chase working that sideline and getting as much as he did out of that play.
And the handoff to the goal line, and in Chase Brown with the touchdown.
You got Higgins, you got Chase right there.
Burrow.
To the left.
Caught, touchdown to Higgins. Now Humphrey was in the vicinity. The slant was there. An 11-yard touchdown pass by quarterback Joe Burrow. And the Bengals within an extra point of tying the game.
Where Roquan Smith is at the line of scrimmage, you're going to see him drop out. He'll come from the picture at the bottom, number 0 there, trying to get to the outside. Just a double slant by Chase and Higgins. If you're Burrow, you just pick which one, and because Smith was in the lane for the first throw, he couldn't get out there in time to stop the second throw.
1st and 10 with a close-up look there of Derrick Henry. Oh, he's touched. Coming through, Sam Hubbard. That's a safety. Hubbard has had a great first half for the Bengals. And he just tackled the leading rusher in the NFL in the end zone for 2.
Well, you just talked about Rosengarten. Watch, he's going to go here. Nobody blocks. Nobody even touches him. Rosengarten steps to the outside.
1st and 10. Moss the back. Karras the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase. Flag has been thrown. A flag back at the 47. "41-yard touchdown reception. And Cincinnati has their first lead.
Well, that tells you how vital the timeouts are in being able to get the stop defensively, get the ball back in your hands at offense, knowing that you have a chance. Joe Burrow standing in there under pressure, taking a big hit from Matabike.
Him or attempting to punish him with body weight.
Chase Brown for 2. He got it. And it's 17-14 Cincinnati. Gene, we thank you as Brown takes it in on the 2-point conversion. Moss the back. Chase and Higgins are in. Higgins on the move. Oh, they're bringing everybody. Caught for the touchdown. Higgins. Second today, and the third thrown by Joe Burrow. 5-yard touchdown pass. What a drive to open the second half of the game for Cincinnati.
Well, a simple play design here and an almost 6.5-minute drive. Higgins going to be to the outside, but they bring pressure. So when you bring that pressure and drop out, there's some easy throws. You just have to get the ball out of your hands quickly. That time,
You see the time of possession. Second down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown. Yosifas. Well, that was Brown who got it. Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, after rushing for a couple of touchdowns a week ago, this time coming out of the backfield. You see Gesicki, he's on the outside working a slant. It's just a slant-flat combination. You catch him in man-to-man coverage, you get some leverage, and he has the speed. Ran a 4.43 40 at the combine. He has the speed to get to that front pylon, get in the end zone.
1st and 10. 3-point game, 9 to play. It's Burrow quickly outside. Chase looking for blocks from his tight end. He gets 2 of them, and he's off to the races. It's a foot race. Working against Stevens. Jamar Chase, touchdown!
Well, we just talked about the Ravens and their quick response. Now one play and Jamar Chase 70 yards later with a quick response for the Bengals. The last 2 games he's had 203 yards total and 3 touchdowns. Today he already has 174 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Here facing 3rd and 18. Chase, Higgins, and Gesicki all at the bottom of the screen. Joe taking off. Oh, he's got a ton of room. Might take it all the way. Inside the 10. Burrow to the pylon. He's in for the touchdown. Everybody to the left. Burrow takes off to the right. And shows the wheels for 47 yards. Whoa!
Burrow is just outthinking him. Look at all the pressure. He knew it was going to come from this direction. One guy here and nothing the rest of the way there. Man coverage. You're going to see everybody chasing a person down the field. And who would have ever imagined it's the legs of Joe Burrow that explode on the scene here in the opening quarter.
Really? Incredible. Look at that number right there. Amazing. 2nd and 3. Inside run. They'll score more than 10. Chase Brown to the house for a Cincinnati touchdown.
So many good blocks. We're going to start right up front there with the center, Ted Karras, but really a nice job on the part of Chase Brown. The sort of patience he showed there is what he's been doing all night. This Giants defense just fought and fought and fought until it finally had no more.
Dustin Hopkins does the honors, and we're off and running here in Cleveland. Charlie Jones going to play it, but a half step inside his own end zone, and he's got a seam. Jones, Hopkins unable to beat him, and here we go. Jones, one man to beat him, and he is in. Let's see what the officials say. They may mark him back. Now they say touchdown.
Oh, I think he got his right foot in. I think he got his right toe without the heel touching the white part of the sideline. And how about that for the, watch the right heel. Right there. I don't believe the heel touches the white. The ball is extended over the end line. Unbelievable start for Cincinnati that has had a tough time in this building.
Charlie Jones, the second-year wide receiver, kid they took with the 4th-round pick last year, with a 100-yard kick return to get the party started. As they try to get their ground game going. Burrow to the end zone. Back shoulder to Chase. Masterful. Burrow with a sweet dime, and Cincinnati builds on its lead.
Spiro, when this offense is playing at their best, it really comes down to single high, one-on-one matchups with the cornerbacks. The way they could hit the back shoulder, especially he and Jamar Chase, or hit the big ball over the top, better than any quarterback receiver combination in the NFL. But then when it's there and the opportunity's there, he always seems to hit the big ball when he needs to.
Third down, quick cross. Higgins sprung free. Touchdown. And this lethal 1-2 punch of Higgins and Chase. And it's all Cincinnati. Cameron Mitchell had a chance to bring Higgins down, but he missed the tackle.
In the slot, and listen, this is just man-to-man coverage. Outside technique, all you got to do is just make the tackle. He's able to get inside. He gets position. They're going to, for most of the year, just tackle in the secondary. They have been plagued by missed tackles and yards after the catch. That time it was Cameron Mitchell's turn, and Joe Burrow finally, after just probing and probing, finally hits that big one at the perfect time.
Next to him. Shotgun. Burrow. Deep drop. Looking. Chase is covered. Burrow will fire anyway, and he's got him! Touchdown! Bengals! Money! Burrow to Chase. Put it in the bank.
What a design. Because Joe Burrow, look at him. He's talking to him. Look at him. Pointing with the thumb. Just go back inside. I've got you.
Yeah.
Because what they did was they got Chase out on Nolan Smith, an edge rusher linebacker type. You're going to win that battle almost every time. And Joe Burrow with the thumb and the signal.
Two rookies in the secondary, Mitchell and DeJean, together. 13th play of the drive. Running play. Chase Brown! Touchdown! Bengals! Extra point away from tying this one up.
Did you see that flash right there going in front? That was Eric All, the tight end, the rookie. Also out of Iowa, formerly of Michigan. And he ends up cutting him off, and Cody Ford does a nice job washing down the interior. And Chase Brown, easy move into the end zone.
Especially when you have somebody like Jamar Chase.
Here's Burrow, flushed, on the roll, looking to the end zone. He finds Chase Brown for the touchdown.
Nice job by Chase Brown. He's just going up into the middle. We'll make sure he gets that second foot down inside. Going to be tight. There's the first. That's the second one coming in.
Clock running under 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. Burrow steps up, throws over the middle, to the 3, to the 2, the dive to the goal line. Andre Yosivach with his 4th touchdown of the season.
One of those guys that had a nice start to the season. You had some good stats going, and then all of a sudden kind of faded away a little bit. So this is nice right here, and good finish by Andre Yosivach right there to get that ball across the plane. Did we see that one get scratched off the chart?
3rd and goal. Burrow on the roll, directing traffic, throws back across his body, and he finds Drew Sample for 6. First touchdown of the season for Drew Sample, and the Bengals up by 2 touchdowns.
It's that athleticism again, and just what Anthony Pierce talked about. It's all about Joe Burrow, because you stop the play initially, and now here comes the ad lib, and just a really nice job by Drew Sample feeling that. He had his back to Joe Burrow the entire time. And as soon as he kind of just drifted downfield, spun around, he makes the catch for the touchdown.
Pressure from Crosby as if on cue. Burrow gets away, throws to the end zone, and a diving catch at the back of the end zone for Mike Gesicki with the touchdown, his first as a Bengal.
This is so well done by Joe Burrow, and just the calmness in the pocket. I mean, everything's kind of breaking down around him, and just watch how he navigates through all this. Max Crosby inside step, climb, move, open space right there, and really nice.
Might be the best game in the league so far this year, that first one. 3rd and 6. Burrow, wide open. Gesicki running free, loping to the end zone for the cherry on top for Cincinnati. No Bengals touchdowns before today. 2 today for Gesicki. And the Bengals 5:37 away from their first home win of the year.
This is just tough because it's a quick screen to the outside. And you got both players attacking the screen element, and you leave Mike Gesicki wide open down the middle of the field. Again, it's
1st and goal now from the 1.
Looking for the end zone and finding it. Chase Brown for the touchdown. So the Bengals come in after scoring 41 against Vegas, go down the field. Ravens won the toss and deferred.
Got Jamar Chase by himself on the left, safety over top.
Burrow looks that way, flushed out, throws, caught in the end zone, touchdown, and that is Tanner Hudson. So Hudson, who took that snap from center on a 4th and 1 and made it, making his presence very much felt.
Marcus Williams ends up doubling Jamar Chase. His body will turn, and they're just kind of bracketing him. So that takes, well, look at Joe's eyes. He's looking left. Now Hudson's out here. Watch how Hudson just sits in that soft spot of the zone. He's just squaring up to Burrow and just settling in. A yard or two inside that goal line makes it an easy target. Somehow the Ravens defense lost him, miscommunicated, and you don't want to do that to number 9 once he gets out and breaks contain. Just have not found their rhythm.
And averaging about 4.5 yards per play. Burrow fires, caught, chase. They try to chase him down, and they cannot. Touchdown.
How special is he when he gets out in the open field?
67 yards for Jamar Chase on their first play of the second half. And now the Ravens are put in a 2-touchdown hole.
But watch the linebacker play, and it's been a weakness of this Baltimore defense in coverage, trying to locate the crosser. Look at that space. Great job from a timing standpoint, and then this is just next level. Probably the best in the league. Almost that running back skill set to pull away from the Ravens. He did it in Week 5 in Cincinnati. Does it again here on a Thursday night to put the Bengals up by a couple of scores.
And tonight, turning its head on a dime. Burrow going deep, getting free. Chase, look at this. Just like that. And Chase is going to, strut to the 1-yard line. Crowd doesn't like that.
I think that's
goes into the end zone.
That's a response to what Lamar Jackson did. You don't like to see that, but what a play. And you talk about an answer.
Yep.
You talk about number 9 responding. Now let's watch Marcus Williams here. And give Bengals all the credit in the world, but he gets caught up in Gesicki, and then he just kind of gets lost. I don't know the coverage, so I don't know if he needs to be back there in center field, but obviously somebody needs to be helping 21 Stevens out. That's a mismatch one-on-one in an island. He needs somebody back there to be able to help him over top. Look at Stevens running. That's why I think they gave up on the play, looking around at each other like, where was my help over top? So that time, Marcus Williams, who, by the way, was benched just a couple weeks ago, he responded well last week.
Chase lined up to the right side. Looks that way. Throws that way. Caught. Chase. What a night. Touchdown. 38 seconds. Well, this is as good as their first meeting this year. It turned out to be.
Once again, it's a great throw and a really nice job. But you got a rookie corner in Wiggins, and you got a linebacker here in Simpson, and you got two guys that take the flat. The read is you got an underneath receiver and you got a deep receiver. You're supposed to only be reading one defender, but there's two guys that take the underneath receiver, and he's able to go up and over both of them, and a spectacular catch there by Jamar Chase once again.
So they wanted to see what the defense had.
Chase alone at the top. Other three receivers to the right. Here comes the pressure. There's Chase to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
They're going to blitz everybody, which means one-on-one on the outside. Burrow saw it immediately, and I think was overjoyed at the possibility of his guy one-on-one in that space against the rookie.
Some Molden coming by as Cam Hart was trying to defend Chase. For the wild card, and the Chargers actually passed the Ravens, who they'll play in the Harbaugh Bowl on Monday night here in SoFi. 4th and 2, Burrow, deep shot, Higgins is open, got it, touchdown, Cincinnati, right back in it. They've done that a lot this year. Short yardage, swing for the fences, touch them all.
First of all, you're going to have Jamar Chase on the other side, completely doubled up. No chance to be able to get this. But on the far side, T. Higgins is going to get basically the same thing, but it's an in and out coverage, and that little double wiggle right there on Jasir Taylor was enough. So they're trying to take away the in cut, the out cut.
2nd and 10, Chargers bring 4. Burrow retreats, directs, fires for Chase. He's got it! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The combo connects again. And the Bengals right back in this one.
I can't believe this game. You're going to see Chase go all the way across. Two guys are going to cover him. And then on the back end, Joe Burrow is going to give his guy just a little, go back over there. And so here he comes out there. All right, he sees him. Yeah, you go that way. I got you. Here we go, and they have done it. They are one extra point away from tying up this game.
Calvin Austin is back on the field. 3rd down and 3. Wilson intercepted. It's picked off by Taylor Britt. Working the sideline, Taylor Britt could go, and does! Touchdown, Bengals! Huge play on the opening defensive possession for Cincinnati. It's a 51-yard return for the score.
Now let's see, as we see Cam Taylor Britt, who struggled recently, but on that play, he gets physical with George Pickens early. Pickens goes to the ground. And then the ball comes to Cam Taylor Britt. And Ian, no one needed a play like this more on defense than Cam Taylor Britt.
1st and goal. Handoff. Brown takes it in for the touchdown. Bengals take the lead. Brown gets the score. He did the work on that drive. Big throw on 3rd down from Burrow to T. Higgins to keep the drive going, and then Brown did the rest.
And look at the orange shirts controlling the line of scrimmage against Pittsburgh. And it's just crazy the numbers they're putting up without the victories.
Burrow, step up, deliver, touchdown, Jamar Chase. Bengals take the lead. got a shootout here in Cincinnati.
And that's to the Bengals' advantage. They want this, but watch number 9 in orange. This is where his game has taken a leap this year. Not just a pocket passer, good movement in and out of the pocket, and on the step up, allows his receivers to get a second, third reaction move.
This time Chase Brown does set up in the backfield, shifts to the other side. Play clock winding down. Burrow fires it, handled by Higgins for the touchdown. Cincinnati not dead yet. It's 41-30 Steelers, 8:39 to go.
Catch, foot, yep. Well done by Higgins, good strong hands to catch it up top and using his body to keep it away from Cam Sutton. Kind of saw it on that catch.
A little bit.
Had that opportunity.
That's why I told the story.
I love it.
Second and goal. Burrow, end zone, he threads the needle for the touchdown. Yossi Vosh, flag down.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 24. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Cincinnati not going away.
Yossi Vosh right across the face of Cam Sutton, beats him inside. A good sharp throw, puts it on him. Beautifully thrown ball by Burrow. Yossi Vosh, good strong hands to make the catch in the traffic. But another penalty called against Porter. He'll keep working. They may have to put boxing gloves on him in practice.
On second down, Chase is in for the touchdown. Front corner of the end zone.
Boy, watch when Burrow turns this ball loose to Jamar Chase. This is the anticipation that I'm talking about. That ball's being thrown now, and Chase isn't even out of the break. These guys are on the same page constantly, and you just simply cannot defend that. As tight a coverage as that was by Deron Bland, there's just nothing you can do about it when you're turning the ball loose. I'm not sure there's a better looking stadium that televises at night.
Agree. Here's Brown down the sideline, and we'll have to wait. And they're going to say he was out of bounds prior to getting into the Salvation Army kettle in the end zone. Let's see the end of it. He took out the official. He's in there.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
I think he's in.
Yeah, Joe, if he is in, they can give him a touchdown if he scores it. If he scores with taking less than 2 steps, and it looks to me like he does, I think they might make this a touchdown.
Made the announcement that it was indeed a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think you want this anywhere near Turpin if you can help it.
That's blocked! And picked up by Cincinnati out across the 46. It was blocked by Nick Vigil. And the offense comes back onto the field for Cincinnati. Here's the block.
Yeah, the block is made, and then someone, I didn't see who exactly it was.
On the field, on a kick play, the ball was touched by the receiving team beyond the line and then recovered by the kicking team. As soon as they recover the ball, it is dead. We ruled on the field, it's Cincinnati's ball, first down.
So it was touched by Dallas right here by Oruwariye, who was just activated, and that gave Cincinnati a chance to recover and get the ball. Each side with all 3 timeouts remaining. A minute 10 left. Burrow, sideline, Chase, spin. There he goes. Jamar Chase.
Not catching him.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Brixton Wood is fired up. The Bengals are fired up, and Jamar Chase has got his second of the night, 40 yards for the go-ahead points.
Yeah, they bring 5 on the rush, and you're one-on-one outside. Deron Bland, he's in soft coverage and just overruns it.
Does Joe Burrow first down and goal for the Bengals. Burrow looking, has time, dancing around, pocket breaking down, eludes it. Another man he skips around, throws for the touchdown. Chase Brown, the receiving end, after a Joe Burrow two-step buys time, and it's a 7-6 ball game.
I don't care how good you are defensively, and Tennessee defends the pass very well, but you cannot allow somebody with Joe Burrow's skill set this much time in the pocket. There's those A and B gaps that Laura just mentioned. You're not going to let him up through the middle, so he comes to the outside. Look at all the time he buys, and that's hard for Luke Gifford.
Burrow to the end zone. Juggling catch is made by Sam Hubbard.
Well, here we are thinking we're going to get a defensive touchdown from Jeff Simmons playing the fullback spot, and we get Sam Hubbard playing tight end. He does a nice job with this catch, too. Nice little route, high points it, little bobble as it comes down.
On 3rd and 9. Burrow looking deep. He's got Higgins out there. Caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the pride of Oak Ridge High School near Knoxville has his 6th touchdown catch of the year.
There's so much good stuff on this play. It starts with Joe Burrow in the pocket. He's going to take a big hit. But here's T. Higgins on the outside. And again, we saw him earlier make a catch right as the ball arrived. He's getting hit hard by Darryl Worley and just keeps that. Arden Key, 49. Again, up inside, right in Joe Burrow's face. He stands in the pocket, gets a nice view of the touchdown.
This will go to the air on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone on the run, looking for a block. Stone into the end zone. Bengal touchdown. He had his 2nd pick of the season last week. His 3rd is a pick 6. And the Bengals lead 30-14.
Again, I just don't know what he's seeing. I mean, again, it's going to be just take the running back in the flat. I think that's where Tony Pollard ends up, just out in the flat. Now, he stays in for protection. Okay, so it's Nick Vanette right here. There's no reason. Look at the number of guys in the middle of the field. There's 4 guys in the middle of the field. That's
for the Bengals. Brown again lowers the helmet, lowers the pads, driving toward the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The cherry on top for the Bengals on the road.
We have barely played 8 minutes. Burrow, pocket collapses. Burrow stumbling and just masterfully gets it to Higgins. Just otherworldly from Burrow.
Off the ground when he threw the pass. Touchdown.
Well, it was so close on whether or not he got this ball out before his body hit the ground, but he's just been incredible in just making stuff happen off the scramble. Again, got to really take a close look at that, whether or not.
But boy, just the upper body strength to be able to even get it out, and it is awfully close. If the 10th start of the year for Bush, came over in free agency from Seattle, 6th year in the NFL. Burrow slinging one into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Yossi Bush. Joe Burrow carving him up. It's a touchdown pass of 6.
A really nice read by Joe Burrow because Cleveland, they are in a double, both outside receivers. So you're going to get a safety go to the left. They're doubling Higgins, they're doubling Chase, and that means wide open, in the middle, no help, one-on-one, perfect recognition and strike from Burrow.
The finishing touches here on Cleveland. 1:49 left. Looked like Garrett may have come across early. Could be a free play. Burrow to the end zone. Chase for the touchdown.
You can't give up on the play if you're a defensive back. You know that it's a free play for the offense. And Mitchell just gives up on the play. Myles Garrett jumps off sides. Burrow takes advantage.
That penalty is declined.
And pads the stats.
Is a touchdown.
So Jamar Chase, his league-leading 16th touchdown catch as they light him up for a 32-yard strike.
Hand injury for Mims, questionable return. Chase Brown in the backfield. One timeout, Bengals. Burrow. Touchdown, Higgins. Beating McMillan. And the Bengals have their first lead today.
First, they move Jamar Chase to the far side of the field, and then Higgins comes in motion to the left, so it's one-on-one with McMillan. And as the linebacker flies out to the outside, that leaves a big gap in the middle of the field, and that's who Burrow attacks with that inside leverage and placement of the football for T. Higgins in the touchdown.
Burrow to the end zone for the lead. Higgins, they beat Moss. Touchdown.
You hear quarterbacks and receivers talk about late hands. This is late hands. Wait till you see. He waits to the last possible second to lift his hands up. So right there, if you're Moss, you don't even think the ball's coming in his direction. He waited till the last possible moment.
They'll push him across with Samples shoving him on the tush push. No signal yet. Touchdown! With 1:24 to go, and Denver will have a timeout. A touchdown run by Joe Burrow, his second of the season. And the Bengals go up again on Denver. Joe Burrow, second down and 10. They bring the linebackers going deep. He's looking for Higgins, who makes the catch. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was! Oh, what a beauty! Down to the 3! What a catch! Higgins got it! First and goal, Bengals! 31-yard beauty thrown by Burrow.
The previous play is under review.
And Burrow with the ball, first and goal. End zone, caught! Higgins, touchdown, Bengals win, and they are alive in the playoff race.
What a game by Joe Burrow. Over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. 3 touchdowns on the day for T. Higgins.
Expect Joe Burrow to complete a lot of passes, which he has.
First career start for Trice. That's Chase, and what a start for Cincinnati. Working against Corey Trice Jr. and right down the field go the Bengals.
Well, they don't give him any help. The safety's in the middle, and it's just not even fair.